Did it ever cross her mind that she might not return to her family and friends? Did she see her life flash before her eyes? Will we ever know? There are many thoughts and questions about her mysterious yet tragic disappearance. A small girl with ginormous dreams of adventure craved flying. This energetic, short-haired, skinny young lady had an amusing life and became famous as one of the first women pilots. The astounding life of the famous Amelia Earhart began on July 24, 1897 in Atchison, Kansas. Building roller coasters and racing worms, Amelia was a fascinating and youthful child. This free-spirited young girl had a very strong passion for airplanes and eventually took flying lessons. Spending most of her extraordinary early years with Grandma and Grandpa Otis in Kansas, Amelia and her younger sister Muriel were tomboys who admired the outdoors and nature. Nicknamed Millie and Pidge, Grandma Otis did not approve of their adventurous boy-like behavior. Because of their father's job, they moved every few years, but luckily Amelia learned to adapt quickly to new towns, friends, and schools. Years passed when finally Amelia became a calm, diligent young lady and a nurse during World War I. This courageous pioneer later became a fantastic woman pilot. Amelia was awarded many magnificent flying medals and awards after her career took off. In 1932, she was the first woman to fly solo over the huge body of water we call the Atlantic Ocean. Also, she was the first woman to conduct a non-stop flight, which was 2,026 miles long. At one point in her flying career, she wrote many famous articles to inform people that travel by air is a safe way of transportation. One of her most popular article titles was "Why Are Women Afraid to Fly?" She acted in some fascinating commercials and became a spokeswoman also. This important woman of the world was proud to say that she was the fourth woman pilot to be given a transport license. Along with that, she was the first woman to receive the Air Force Distinguished Flying Cross Award. On June 1, 1937, this brave adventurer took off to the Marshall Islands to become the first woman to fly around the whole world. But suddenly, all of her pursued dreams came to a sorrowful end just 4 weeks later when she and her navigator tragically disappeared on July 3rd. There are many theories about Amelia Earhart's mysterious disappearance close to the Marshall Islands. Was she a U.S. spy? Did her plane sink in the Pacific Ocean? Did the Japanese take her captive? When Amelia and her navigator, Fred Noonan, went missing, Theodore Roosevelt, who was the President of the United States, courageously requested a search party. Even men and sailors on boats were nervously waiting to hear the faint sound of her airplane motor fly through the fluffy, foggy clouds. Tragically, on July 19th, they gave up and called off a search party. The President had provided a landing pad for her plane, but didn't know it would later be useless. Years have passed and we still don't know if the brave pilots sank, died of disease, or were kept prisoners by their evil enemy, Japan. No one knows the true story. This heart-wrenching disappearance is a mystery to us all. Ever since she was a small girl, Amelia Earhart's life dream was to accomplish this one mission, being the first ever to fly around the whole world. But suddenly, when she disappeared, her dream did too. She received many medals, trophies, and gifts, which made her more famous across the nation. This started the beginning of women in aviation history. She was very outstanding and everyone loved her personality. As we all know, Amelia Earhart, this pioneer, was brave, independent, risk-taking, and thoroughly enjoyed every